Well, there's Big Mike. 5-2, nice record. That ERA in the beginning, if you recall, got that struggling April. Was the ERA was ballooned up. He's since brought it down.
And Upton lines one up the middle. A leadoff base hit. So Upton has his 4th hit in this series, and the Rays have the leadoff man on. Grounder to short. You'd have to hurry to get 2. Valdez to Cora and on to first. Not in time to get Crawford. Well, it would be too much to ask for Crawford to ground into double plays 3 straight days. Longoria pulls one to the hole and a base hit. And the Rays have 2 men on.
Takes his little practice half swing.
Lifted to left field. Gary Sheffield looking up through the sunglasses. And puts it away for the second out. Valdez shadowing Crawford at second base. And a broken back grounder. Valdez will handle this one himself to end the inning. So Pelfrey works around a couple of first inning hits, and the Mets come to bat against Jeff Neiman in the bottom of the first with no score.
And there's Jeff Newman, his 14th start of the year. Big tall guy, big tall drink of water, we used to say. And 26-year-old rookie. Not work out.
Cora trying to drop down a bunt, but he pops one up, and Yona Navarro grabs it for the first out.
I missed it.
He just messed up. He just made the wrong call, but then immediately changed it. Big bouncer out to Zobrist at second base, and he throws out Murphy for the second out. 2-2 from Neiman, and Beltran bounces one right back to the big right-hander, and so Neiman sets the Mets down 1-2-3 in the opening inning.
With lefty righties, which one's higher there, the differential?
Hit hard by Gross, and this time after a first pitch ball, Pelfrey gets a hard out one away.
I'd be willing to bet that left-handers who are hitting 300 against Mike, he'd take a little off his fastball. You know, he was able to
drive to left, right at Sheffield. So both times behind in the count of this inning, Pelfrey gets a couple of hard hit balls, both of which turn into outs.
Catching behind the plate, good offensive year.
Bounced out to Valdez. And so Pelfrey makes quick work of the Rays in the second, sets him down 1-2-3. We go to the bottom of the second, no score. Line the other way, and a base hit for Davis. Over toward the line goes Gross to play, and he'll hold right to a leadoff single. And that one breaks off the glove of Navarro, and that'll send right over to second. Gary takes inside ball 4, and the Mets have the first 2 men on in the bottom of the second. Again, the 3-2, and Church grounds one down to first. Pena with a nice stop, and he'll take it to the bag for the second for the first out as the runners advance. So a productive out for Church, hitting .321 in his 10 games back. And the ball gets away from Navarro up onto the screen. White coming home, the throw not in time, and the Mets take the lead 1-0. And Valdez walks on 4 pitches, so Pelfrey will come up. He's going to hit a home run one of these days. Lines it into right field and a base hit. That'll bring home Sheffield. Heading for third is Valdez. The throw from Gross, and Valdez is out at third base, but the run counts. Sheffield comes in on the RBI single by Mike Pelfrey, and the Mets take a 2-0 lead. Sent right-handed. Broken back grounder, and Valdez circles in to get it. And throws out Neiman one away.
And I never could play when Hojo played third.
As Upton goes down looking at the slider.
Time thing was, but it's things we worked on.
Crawford bounces one out to Valdez. Another quick inning for Pelfrey. Daniel Murphy on deck, then Carlos Beltran here in the third. And Cora draws a leadoff walk.
So what's coming up?
I'm filming a movie right now, which is why we have to go back, obviously, to be with the babies because I miss them. Even though we only been gone 24 hours. And we're just filming a movie right now, romantic comedy. Very excited.
Very nice. When's it supposed to come out?
It'll be out in January.
What do you have coming up next?
I have
Nicely done. I didn't know Jonas did celebrity interviews. Murphy cracks one to center field. B.J. Upton with plenty of room to run. Going back to the warning track. Runs it down. Rank grounds one weakly. And Bartlett flips to Zobrist for the force play. That ends the inning. And he lifts this one to left field deep. Back goes Sheffield toward the track. It's over his head and right to the base of the wall. And Longoria is 2 for 2 there. Swing and a miss. He got him with a changeup. Pelfrey strikes out Pena, but he didn't have the pads. Off the end of the bat, Pelfrey down to play it. And he throws out Zobrist as Longoria takes third. Now on 1 and 2, Sheffield hits one deep to left center field, but chasing over is Upton in the gap, and he can't get it. Got there, but couldn't quite reach it. Sheffield to second, and he'll take a turn and hold on there. Church grounded out to first base his first trip. He pops this one up, so he fails to advance the runner, and the shortstop Bartlett squeezes it for the first out. Now on 3 and 1, Schneider bounces one to the right side. And Zobrist makes the play for the second out as Sheffield moves over to third.
But not the strongest.
Valdez, a soft ground ball to short. And Bartlett throws him out, so the Mets fail to cash in on the leadoff double by Sheffield.
Oh, look at those kids.
Bouncing ball slowly past Pelfrey. Tough play for Cora with the bare hand. Can't get him.
Oh, look at those kids.
Bouncing ball slowly past Pelfrey. Tough play for Cora with the bare hand. Can't get him. And Bartlett beats it out for an infield hit. Once you get it past the pitcher, makes it a very difficult play.
That's like a swinging bunt. Cora does all that he can do. He bare hands it cleanly, but that's called smelling that hit. Nice scoop by Murphy, who, by the way, has been doing a very adequate job at first base for someone learning on the job.
Well, if you're going to hit 370, which is what Bartlett has done this year, you got to get your share of infield hits. Bartlett with that hit now has a 16-game hitting streak.
One a day keeps the doctor away.
Here's Dioner Navarro, the catcher and number 8 hitter, tying run at the plate in a 2-0 game. Navarro grounded out to short his first time up. By the way, we talked about Ryan Howard earlier and the fact that he had come out of his hospital bed to hit a pinch hit home run for the Phillies yesterday. Well, Howard is back in the hospital and is missing the Phillies game with Baltimore today.
I bet you he's dehydrated. But 104 fever for a grown person, an adult, that is serious.
Well, Howard began the day with the longest consecutive games played streak in the majors, 343 games. Ironically enough, Greg Dobbs is playing first base today. He's homered for the only run of that game.
Dobbs got off to a slow start this year. He's there.
Hit hard, base hit for Navarro, and the Rays have 2 men on. So the 7 and 8 hitters, Bartlett and Navarro with base hits. His day ending after 4 innings. And Ibar goes the other way, and he's got a base hit. Bartlett will have to stop at third, and the Rays have the bases loaded and nobody out. Here's the 1-2. Lifted to right along the line, slicing away from Church. It lands a fair ball going into the corner. That'll bring home Bartlett and Navarro to tie the game. Ibar goes to third, a 2-run double for B.J. Upton. And the Rays have gotten even at 2-2. Ken Takahashi, Brian Stokes up in the bullpen. Crawford lines one into left field, a base hit. That brings home Ibar with the go-ahead run. Upton trying to score as well. Sheffield airmails the throw to the backstop, and down to second base goes Crawford. 4-2 Tampa Bay, and I don't know what Sheffield was thinking. There goes the runner. The pitch inside. Throw to third by Schneider. Out! Perfect throw by Schneider to gun down Crawford for the first out of the inning. And he had to be perfect.
I just disagree with this attempt to steal the base. And he's out. You got your 3 and 4 hitters coming up. You're in scoring position. That is a rockhead play. And a manager should not have to put in strike 3 on a good breaking ball there to Longoria. See now.
So 2 out and nobody on. Now Pena, who's flied out and struck out. And he drops down a bunt with the overshift on. Pelfrey throws it down the line, backed up by Cora. Now they'll see whether Pena took a turn. They put a tag on him, and he did not. Now behind 3 and 1 on Zobrist. Line center field, but right to Beltran. Side retired.
Cormier loves his breaking ball.
Struck him out with a fastball, and he gets Evans for the first out. Cora lifts one to right field. And Gabe Gross is there waiting for it. 2 away. Last night they averaged just 1 run and 4 hits. And Murphy pulls one over the bag and down the line. That'll roll all the way toward the corner. And Murphy heads for second in standing with a 2-out double. Beltran on a base hit against Cormier the first game of the series. Lines one to right, but right at Gross. Can't hit it much harder, but Beltran retired to end the inning. A double and 1 left. 5 in the books now at Citi Field on Father's Day. Keep arms from falling off. Popped up on the infield, and Wilson Valdez retreating onto the outfield grass. And that retires Gross, 1 away. He dropped the ball, but he dropped it on the exchange, so the out is recorded. 3-2. Cracked into center field, a base hit. So Bartlett has his second hit of the day.
They're in a very tough division.
Double play grounder. Cora to Valdez and on to first. 4-6-3 double play. So Stokes gets his former battery mate Navarro this season. And Wright drives one to right center field. Gross chasing back toward the gap. He won't get there. It's off the fence. And David cruises into second base with a first pitch double. His 21st double of the year. Cormier ahead 0-2. And Sheffield bounces one to short. Wright advancing as Bartlett throws out Sheffield for the first down.
Nice base running by David.
3-0. And he takes ball 4. So now the Mets have the tying runs on base.
Vulcan mind probe hold.
Ripped deep right field. Back toward the corner. And it's out of here. Brian Schneider with his second 3-run homer of this series. And he gives the Mets a 5-4 lead. Whacking one off the Pepsi porch. Schneider's second of the year, and it's 5-4 New York.
Well, if they can get this out of Brian, and he's had just an injury-plagued tenure here with New York, he gets another fastball. Boy, he turns on that one.
Well, Schneider had gone without a home run until Friday night. Valdez pops one up into center field. Upton started back, now has to come in. And he finds it for the second out. In there for a call strike 3. So Nelson gets Tatis looking. The inning is over. Again, the 3-2 to Burrell. Hit up the middle, a base hit. So Parnell gets greeted again with a leadoff base runner.
No one's ever mastered this game.
Hit in the air to deep left field. Back goes Sheffield looking up near the wall, and it's out of here into the second deck. A 2-run homer from B.J. Upton, his 5th of the year, and the Rays go back in front 6-5. Well, that's the longest we've seen anybody hit one to left field here at Citi Field. As Upton parks one in the second deck. He's got a 4 RBI day, and the Rays have the lead right back. And Parnell struggles again.
Well, we talked about major league hitters can hit the fastball, and this is a good fastball, but see, it has too much plate. And you just can't miss over the middle of the plate. And Bobby knows.
Grounded toward the hole. A base hit for Crawford. 3 straight hits off Parnell to start this 7th inning. 3-2 now. Crawford runs. Longoria bounces one over the bag, and that is a fair ball going down the line, hitting the tarp. Crawford to third. He's being waved home, and he'll score easily. It's a double for Longoria, and it is 7-5 Tampa Bay. Not been easy times for young Bobby Parnell. Oh, inside, and Pena's hit by the pitch. Now the 3-2. The runners hold, swing, and a miss struck him out. This will be the 7th pitch of the at-bat to Kapler. And he drives one to left field, chasing Sheffield back. Gary reaching, can't get to it. It hits off the base of the wall. Longoria scores. Pena pulls in at third. It's an RBI double for Kapler as a pinch hitter. And it's 8-5 Tampa Bay.
Rays will bat around the order unless they hit into a double play.
Navarro swings and misses at the changeup, and Takahashi has the second out of the inning. And the 0-2 to Burrow. Hit to center field. Beltran coming on, sliding, and makes a brilliant catch. Sliding on the wet outfield grass and playing on the bad knee, Beltran saves at least 2 runs with a beautiful catch to end the inning. Beltran showing off the gold. Keeps the Mets in the game, 8-5 Tampa Bay. Spent all of last year in the minors. Slapped toward the hole. Deep in the hole goes Bartlett. Slips on the wet grass. And Cora has an infield hit. 3-2 to Murphy with nobody out. Not running. And a little ground ball back to Cho. Turns, fires to second, and gets the force play on Cora. Hit hard up the middle, base hit for Beltran. And so David Wright will come to the plate as the tying run. Now they're deep into their bullpen in the 7th as Wright grounds one to the hole, a base hit. Murphy will be held at third by Razor Shines, and the Mets have the bases loaded and 1 out. Sheffield bounces one over the mound right near the bag. Waiting for it, Zobrist gets just the 1 out as a run comes home to cut the Rays lead to 8-6.
With 2 outs appropriately. See if he guarding the line.
And Church swings and misses, and Balfour gets him with the fastball to end the inning. Here's the 2-2. Line to center field, and Upton has his 4th hit of the game. 2 singles to go with a double and a home run for Upton. We're going to check in with the studio. Chris Carlin standing by with a New York State Smokers quit line game break. It's back in 04 before he got traded. Hit hard, base hit going into right field for Crawford, his 3rd hit of the game. Well, the top 3 hitters in the Rays lineup have just torn the Mets up today.
The 3-2 counter. Hopefully Longoria just launching one.
Ground ball toward the hole, base hit. Upton to third. He'll be held up there by Tom Foley, the third base coach. Throwing behind the runner is Sheffield, and Crawford just gets back into second. 8th pitch of the at-bat upcoming. Oh, he walked him to force in a run. Very close pitch. Feliciano thought he might get the call, but Scott Barry says no. And that forces in Upton to make it 9-6 Tampa Bay. Feliciano working hard on Zobrist. It's 2-2. He struck him out. Kepler drives one to right field, right at Church. Tagging is the speedy Crawford. Church makes the catch, comes home with the throw. It's cut off. Sacrifice fly for Kepler makes it 10-6 Tampa Bay. Runners will go with 3-2 and 2 down. And Bartlett swings and misses at the cutter. There's the 2nd strikeout for Feliciano, and the inning comes to an end. Neiman left with the lead, but failed to go 5. Hit to center field, and B.J. Upton measuring it as he comes in. 1 away. And it's an interesting dilemma for the official scorer because Valdez swings and misses at the fastball, and Balfour has his 2nd strikeout. Reed getting his money's worth. This will be the 9th pitch. And he struck him out. A foul tip held by Navarro. 3rd strikeout for Balfour, and the Mets are down 1-2-3. Off to the 9th. Popped up, shallow right center. Church coming on. And that's the 1st out of the inning. Switzer's 1-2 on the outside corner, and he gets Sonnenstein looking for the 2nd out. 2-2. Breaking ball struck him out. So Switzer with a clean inning strikes out Upton, his 2nd strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Mets are on the top of the batting order. Cora, Murphy, and Beltran coming up, down 10-6. So that bears watching. Cora off the fists out to short, and Bartlett takes his time and throws him out 1 away. 2-2, and Murphy bounces one. In comes Zobrist to play it, and the quick toss just in time to get Murphy for the 2nd out. Line base hit, and Beltran has his 2nd hit of the day. Hit number 10 for New York. And David lifts one to right center. This should do it. Kepler is there, and the ball game is over. The Rays take the rubber game of the 3-game series, getting 6 runs against the Mets bullpen. And the Mets lose their 4th consecutive series as Tampa Bay takes the finale 10-6.
Well, a disappointing start here in this opening series of the homestand. Cardinals coming in, a red-hot Cardinal team coming in first place, and that's NL Central for 4 games starting tomorrow night.